Doc.
All right. You have a lot of energy.
By the grace of God.
You had a good sleep?
Not at all.
Not at all.
Not at all. I've not been able to sleep the whole of this night.
Oh.
I've not been able to sleep because of our comrades who are in detention.
They're in detention?
Yeah, they're in detention.
Yeah, I've just seen a document signed by a group of lawyers.
Yeah.
Yes. And they make some specific allegations.
Yeah.
I'm sure that maybe later we'll put them off.
Yeah.
Are you referring to those who were arrested on day one?
On day one.
Okay.
Yeah, because the 48 hours
that's today.
Will elapse today.
Okay.
And there is no indication from the police that they will be given bail. Doc,
yes.
Ghana is not a monarchy. It is not a tyranny, a tyrannical regime. Ghana is a constitutional democracy. And all arrested persons have constitutionally guaranteed rights. Now, when you are arresting any person in this country, the Constitution and our laws require that you inform the person of the reasons for the arrest, and if you want to detain the person, you inform him of the reasons of the detention. We all know the unfortunate incident that happened during the first day of the Arise Ghana demonstration. I'm sure we'll have time to discuss that in detail.
Yes.
In the process, we are told by the police that about 29 protesters were arrested. We are gathering from our own sources that the number is higher than the number put out by the Ghana Police Service. Now, from our preliminary checks, these arrested persons have not been cautioned. They have not been told the reasons for the arrest. Neither have they been charged. But worst of it all is the fact that they have been denied access to lawyers of their own choice. If you check Article 14, Article 15 of the 1992 Constitution, any arrested person has a right to a lawyer of his or her choice. The police knows that, and I, for the life of me, cannot fathom why the Dampare-led police service will brazenly violate the rights of these arrested persons, violate the Constitution of Ghana and the laws of this country, and deny these arrested persons access to their lawyers. Some of these people, we are being told, were arrested for telling police officers in uniform that your uniforms are produced with our taxes. Some were just arrested on such flimsy grounds. I'm sure some were also arrested because they were found to be either throwing stones or to be engaging in fisticuffs with police officers. But assuming, without admitting, that all the arrested persons, or some, have even violated the laws of this country, you are talking about misdemeanor offenses. These are misdemeanor offenses. All offenses in Ghana are bailable, including offenses of murder. And so, why would the police refuse to grant bail to persons who are alleged to have committed misdemeanor offenses? Why would they refuse to give them access to their lawyers? When some lawyers that we had deployed to the CID headquarters got there, they were not even allowed entry into the CID headquarters, and they were told that orders from above. Okay, this attitude of the police is condemnable, it's unacceptable, to say the least. And I'm beginning to reflect on all the things we're told about the IGP upon his appointment. about how he is a gentleman, how he is a disciplined police officer, a professional police officer who is coming to change the face of the Ghana Police Service and improve the relationship between the Ghana Police Service and the citizenry. I cannot believe that this is the same IGP all these beautiful things were said about. Because I can't understand why IGP Dampare will sit down or order his men to behave this way. We are not saying that you don't have the powers of arrest. But when you arrest people, tell them why they have been arrested. Give them access to even call their loved ones, their families. Randy, there are people who have been arrested. We don't know where they are. We have gone to Adabraka. We have gone to Nima police station. We have gone to the CID head office. We can't find them. We don't know where they are keeping them. We don't know whether they are even eating.
Same time last week.
Yeah.
You were here, full of praise for the police, their professionalism and everything. In fact, yesterday, after what happened on Tuesday, yesterday I read a tweet by you talking about a fruitful discussion with the police and how you were hopeful that whatever transpired at the discussion will be seen through during the demonstration. What you say today about the police and the IGP is in sharp contrast with all the things that you've said about the police from last week till yesterday.
You see, Doc, we started this whole process of engagements with the police relative to the historic two-day Arise Ghana demonstration in good faith. Yes, some of us have had issues with the police in time past, but we started the engagements in good faith because of how cordial the police, approached us, and we wanted to give them the benefit of the doubt and to go into the discussions with an open mind in a very friendly, cordial manner, in the spirit of cooperation. And so, that per the Public Order Act, we're supposed to give the police only 5-day notice. At least, the law says at least 5 days notice. We gave them 20 days notice earlier on. Later on, it became 27 days notice because at some point, we postponed the demonstration for a week due to certain compromises we had made with them. No group intending to embark on a riot, no group intending to engage in lawlessness or violence will give the police over 20 days notice for any event. It should tell you that right from the get-go, we wanted to collaborate with the police to ensure a peaceful demonstration. Citizens have a right to protest, and they have the right to protest in accordance with law and in a way that does not undermine the peace we enjoy, public order, the running of essential services, and so on. That was what we committed to. And, it was in this spirit that we engaged them. We wrote to them on the 1st of June. Doc, we would have thought that the police would have even waited to deliberate on our letter, notifying them of our 48-hour non-stop demonstration, which was scheduled for the 21st and 22nd of June. Doc, can you believe that the police did not even wait for Bernard Mona, who delivered that letter, to leave the office? They asked him to stay for a reply because they had already made up their minds. Bernard Mona stayed, and in a matter of 30 minutes, they drafted a letter, printed it, signed it, and gave it to Bernard Mona. What did that letter say? The letter said that they were unable to offer us 48-hour security. They didn't give any reasons for that. They didn't, for example, say that they have other commitments or activities for which reason they will not be able to marshal the necessary numbers to provide us with 48-hour security. They also opposed our routes without giving any reason for opposing the routes, and rather proposed what they call traditional routes for demonstrations in Ghana. That is Obrasport to TUC Farisco to Independence Square. And then we asked them, who designated this route as a traditional route for demonstrations? And what is your reason for proposing this route? And so we wrote back to them the same day, indicating our rejection of their proposals or their request. Because under the Public Order Act, a lot of people talk without checking for themselves the provisions of the laws of this country. Anybody watching me, Google Public Order Act 1994 and read Section 1, particularly Section 16 of that act. When the police is notified of a special event, a demonstration for example, the police can only do two things. They can either request the postponement of the event or the location of the event. But even with regards to these two things that they are given the discretion and the power to do, they can only do so on reasonable grounds. That is what the law says. Reasonable grounds means that you cannot whimsically or capriciously say that I can't offer you 48-hour security without a reason. I don't approve of your route without a reason. The law says on reasonable grounds that the demonstration, if held, or the event, if held, can lead to four things. Can lead to violence, or can undermine public order, public safety, or the running of essential services. So, for example, if the police is disagreeing with your date, they should be able to tell you that we are opposed to this date because we think that if we allow you to hold a demonstration on this date, it can lead to violence. We are opposed to this location because we think that if we allow you to use this location, it can undermine public safety or public order. Doc, you understand me? They must give compelling reasons for any request they make under Section 16 of the Public Order Act. Their first letter to us on 1st June 2022 did not canvass any reasons whatsoever. So we wrote to them and said, on this basis, we disagree with you. Then they elevated the matter from the regional command level to the national, level. So we were invited by the IGP. He did not meet us in person, but he had delegated a team of about 5 or 6 senior police officers to meet with us. The likes of COP Tete Yaunu, DCOP Siraj, COP Paula Winnie, and other senior officers. We met with this group. They virtually reiterated the position of the regional command, save that they, the top hierarchy of the police, this time around, gave reasons why they could not provide us with 48-hour security and why they did not approve of our route. Must be fair to them, they gave reasons. What were those reasons? They said that, number one, having people demonstrate in the night could create security challenges for them because of visibility issues. Number two, they indicated that there has been terrorism threats and attacks in the sub-region. And they think that allowing citizens to demonstrate overnight could lead to terrorist attacks in Ghana. So we told them that, look, all the terrorism attacks you have cited, Togo, Burkina, Guinea, Mali, happened during the day and not in the night. Mm-hmm. Number two, we told them that there has not been any terrorism attack on the back of a demonstration anywhere in Africa. We debated over that. There was a stalemate. They adjourned the meeting and asked us to go into conclave, consult ourselves, and come back. Doc, we went for the second meeting with the top hierarchy of the police. Went there, and immediately they asked us of our decision. I spoke at that meeting. I was the first to speak. And I told them the decision of the group. That, look, we don't want any tension between us and the police. And so, in good faith and in the public interest, because we want you to provide security for this demonstration, we have accepted your proposal. We will no longer do a 48-hour non-stop demonstration. We will no longer do a non-stop demonstration into the night. And so we have accepted your proposal. So we wrote that, we communicated that to them. Then they asked us, so how will the demonstration be? We said, we will do the demonstration 2 days. The first day will start at 12 p.m. and then we'll end at 10 p.m. We'll go home, converge at 12 p.m. the next day, and close at 5 p.m. They asked us of the routes we intended to use for both days, and we gave them the routes. We said from Obrasport on day 1, we'll move on the Ring Road, get to Akweje, come to Jubilee House. Not Jubilee House, but the frontage of Jubilee House. In fact, we said the Christ the King traffic light. You see that route that goes into cantonments. That is where we're going to gather. People say that we wanted to go inside Jubilee House. That is not what we told them. We said Christ the King traffic light and addressed the people there. We told them that the demonstration will start at 12. We will move after 3. Why? Because in our engagements with various stakeholders, drivers, traders, and several groups, they have told us that, look, they want to be part of the demonstration, Doc. But usually, we fix demonstrations for early morning, 6 a.m. And that if we should do that for this demonstration, they will not be able to participate because they need to go to work as drivers, as KIAs, as traders, as fishermen, to make something small before they come, and that they are all suffering. And so we should pick a time that will enable all of them to participate in the demonstration, including the working class, some of whom indicated to us that if the demonstration was scheduled for 3 p.m., they could take permission from work after lunch and come and join us. So we said we will converge at 12. Look, 12 is not night time in Ghana. 12 is daytime. We said we will move at 3. 3 p.m. is not night time. It is daytime. We chose a very short route. So we said by 4 p.m. we'll be at the Christ the King traffic light to address our people. 4 p.m. is not night time. It is daytime. But then we told the police that when we get there by 4, there will be speeches. Arise Ghana is made up of about 30 different groups. And if each group is allowed to even speak for 10 minutes, it means that the endpoint activities may take minimum 3 hours. And we do not want to ambush you. We don't want to. We want you to be prepared for this. And that is why we have given you ample notice. So, they told us that, could we start earlier and close early? They raised issues about the routes. The concerns they raised about the routes was basically that the Jubilee House, the endpoint, not even the route, they have no problem. They had no problem whatsoever about the Ring Road or the Akweje interchange. Their problem had to do with the endpoint location, which is the Christ the King traffic light. So we told them that you claim that Jubilee House is a security zone. I asked them, I want you to educate me. You are the police officers. Is Parliament House a security zone or not? They were scratching their heads. We waited for about 2 minutes. The room was quiet. They said, oh, as for Parliament House, we can let you go. Then I said, but Parliament House is a security zone. Why can you let us go to Parliament House, but not the Christ the King traffic light? Then I asked them, is Ministries a security zone? They said, yes. I said, so why will you allow us to go to Ministries on day 2, but you won't allow us to go to the Christ the King traffic light? They could not give an answer. And I said, you have accompanied us on several demonstrations to the frontage of the Flagstaff House, not even the Christ the King traffic light. After the Ayawaso was forgone by election brutalities, we did a demonstration. The police accompanied us to the frontage of the Jubilee House to present a petition, where we stood and delivered speeches. This happened under this government. I will not even talk about Occupy Flagstaff House. I will not even talk about demonstrations that have been done in the night by celebrities against Doomso and all that. Okay, in recent time we have done that. So why can't we do that? Christ the King traffic light. They couldn't give us any reason. But eventually, after making a compelling case, they agreed with the routes. The police agreed with the day 1 route. As for day 2 route, they never opposed it. What was day 2 route? Airwork to Christ the King traffic light, which is still the frontage of Jubilee House, to Akweje Liberation Road, Ministries, Parliament. They had agreed to day 2. They raised no concerns. Day 1, they had a problem with us converging at Jubilee House. We debated and they agreed. So, we then closed the meeting. They asked us to communicate these decisions to them via an amended letter. We submitted an amended letter to them the same day. And that was it. We thought we were done. But on the 8th of June, Doc, we got a letter from the police. And in this letter, they commended Arise Ghana highly. They commended us for our cooperation and they commended us for our cooperation and requested of us to do just one thing. Their request was simple. We would like you to close the first day of the demonstration before night falls instead of 10 p.m. Doc, in this letter, the police did not raise any concerns about the route or the Jubilee House endpoint location for day one. The letter, I said 8 June, I was wrong. The letter is dated 13 June, and I would want to read the letter so that the public can take notice of it. Attention, Comrade Ben and Mona. Re-amendment of notice of demonstration. This is the police writing to Arise Ghana. The Arise Ghana they describe as a group of rioters. Listen to what the police have to say to us. We acknowledge receipt of your letter dated 8 June 2022 on the above subject matter and wish to thank you for your cooperation so far towards the organization of your intended demonstration. This kind of cooperation is necessary to foster stronger relations between the Ghana Police Service and the public we serve as we continue to deepen our democratic credentials as a country. We have, however, observed your proposal that on day one of the demonstration, you hope to start from 3 p.m. and end at 10 p.m. From the security perspective, we are of the view that allowing the activities of your demonstration to go into the night, where we will be under the mercy of the cover of darkness, could have serious security implications in the light of the national security alert on possible terrorist attacks. We therefore wish to urge you to start a lot earlier than 3 p.m. so that you can end before night falls. End before night falls. This way, the police will be better able to provide adequate security and ensure the safety and security of all demonstrators as well as the general public. We must once again reiterate that we appreciate your cooperation in our previous engagements and look forward to providing you the needed protection during the demonstration. We count on your usual cooperation. Henry K. Otu, Assistant Commissioner of Police, Director Operations. No concern was raised about the Jubilee House as a location. No concern was raised about day 2. The only request was for us to close before night falls. We asked them, what is before night falls? They said 6 p.m. And indeed, in Ghana, before night falls, objectively, is 6 p.m. So, we then, on 22nd, wrote to them. And then we told them that this is what we said. Accept our compliments, sir. Reference is made to your letter, so and so, dated 13 June on the above subject matter, in which you requested that we review the time for our impending demonstration slated for 28th and 29th of June 2022. We will write to acknowledge and to thank the service for your cordial cooperation so far. We appreciate the concerns you have raised and are willing to end the demonstration before the earlier stated time of 10 p.m. on the first day. We are available for further discussions on your proposal at our next meeting with the hope of finding a common ground on this matter in the public interest. So we wrote to them. That same day we held a meeting in the office of the Director of Operations. Sometimes people say, why do you mention it? I'm mentioning names to let them know and to let the public know that these meetings happened. Anybody can call the DCOP Siraj. He met us in his office. Rex Omar was there. Listo Wananapuku of the NPP was there.
Oh.
Ishak Awudu, Communication Secretary of the PNC was there. They were all there. Your brothers were there. Your brothers were there. Your brothers.
You're my brothers.
Listo Wananapuku and Baichampo, they were all there.
You describe Listo as NPP.
Of course.
Oh, okay.
Cadbury member for that matter. Now, long
frightening me with pronouncements like that.
Now, no, we went there.
Yes.
And it was even the Director of Operations who said, we wanted to get this your response earlier. Because you delayed, we had decided to even go to court. But if we had gotten this earlier, there would not have been any problem. Now, what is the median between 6 p.m. and the 10 p.m.? We said 8. Can we work with it? We said, okay, we'll work with 8 p.m. He proposed 8 p.m. and we accepted 8 p.m. If he disputes that, let him come out and dispute it. And so we thought that the matter had been closed. We went about organizing for the D-Day. Only for the police at the 11th hour to go to court, saying that they want the demonstration to close at 3. Doc, they only served Bernard Mona. They didn't serve any of us. Bernard heard of it, got his lawyers to go to court. The police went to court in the morning and told the court that they are not ready to move their own motion. People don't know about all this. They said they won't move the motion. The court should adjourn the matter to another date. And they just said, but the demonstration, the subject matter of this case, is scheduled for tomorrow. So why are you not ready to move your application today? Because the police never intended to allow the demonstration. They were only using the closing time as a smooth screen for their real intentions. Because had the court adjourned the matter, they would have stopped the demonstration and said that the matter is sub judice, so you can't demonstrate. Even though that would have been wrong legally. Because the police cannot stop a demonstration without a court order. But that was their plan. Thank God, the judge, after hearing the police application for the matter to be adjourned, ruled against the police. A ruling was given against the police and ordered them to appear at 11 a.m. and move the application. That was how come the application was moved. And thank God that we had lawyer Iduji Tamaklo and Beatrice Ananfield there representing Bernard Mona. And the court said the demonstration must take place. But they must take place between the hours of 8 a.m. and 4 p.m. So when we heard of it, even though we were not in court, Bernard informed us, we also heard of it in the media. We said, no, the court has done well, but we disagree with the duration because the information has gone out already. It's too late to change the time. The demonstration would have been a flop if we had changed the time. 1 day to the demonstration. The information had gone to the communities and the constituencies already. And so there we disagree with the court. But even if you disagree with the court order, you can't defy the court order. You have to challenge it. You have to do the right thing under the law. What is the right thing? File a notice of appeal and an application for stay of execution of the order given by the court pending the hearing of the appeal. Look, the determination of the appeal, you understand? So immediately the lawyers filed that. Which therefore meant that yes, you have gone to court for an order, but you can't enforce the order.
Why?
Because an application for stay of execution has been issued.
But that has not been granted.
But it has been filed.
Yeah, but not granted.
Not granted, but yes. I'm saying that it has been filed. If you execute the order, you've rendered the application nugatory. You've rendered the application useless. So you have undermined the administration of justice. Because you have already executed the order, a party in the matter is seeking to stay. You see, there are two schools of thoughts legally.
Yes.
On whether or not a mere application of stay of execution operates as a stay.
Yes.
And the court has held differently, okay, on this matter, on different grounds and under different circumstances. But what is essential in all those cases is that where the matter where the matter that is being stayed, okay, will be rendered nugatory or useless, then the police must stay.
But the opposite is also saying.
Yeah.
The opposite is also
so that
saying.
is why we had a counter. So they will also say that if we also stay, then if
eventually you are not successful. Yes,
exactly. I get them. So you know what we did. We then went, but let me make this point before, and I think the IGP should have a self-introspection of the way he's going. He is not doing his reputation any good. How can officers of the court, bailiffs of the high court, go to the police headquarters, and your Quanchen police station, police headquarters, to serve a process on the police, a process that has a cover letter of the registrar of the High Court. And the police tell the bailiff that we are under orders from above not to accept any process from any court.
That's what the bailiff told you.
Yes. Are the police above the law? Are they above the courts? But that aside, next day we went to Obra Sport. I got there around 12:45. I'll end soon so that you come in. We had a full complement of leadership there. We're informed that the leadership of the police there had requested a meeting with us. So when I got there, we went and met with them. And they told us about this court order and their decision for us to use their traditional routes. We told them that we have also filed an application for stay of execution, so they can't also execute the order. So we then told them that let's come to a compromise. We told them that the main problem you have with day one has to do with we going to Jubilee House. If you don't want us to go to Jubilee House, we don't have a problem. As a compromise, let's take Jubilee House off the table. Take your Jubilee House. But you have already agreed that on day 2, we go to ministries and parliament. So as a compromise, allow us to go to ministries on day 1. And let's go to parliament on day 2. So let's use the ring road. We get to Akwaje. We use the Liberation Road. We go to Ministry of Finance. Day 2, we use the same road. We go to parliament. Finish. No Jubilee House.
In the night.
Not in the night. And we said we'll close at 4.
You agreed?
Yes, at ministries. We'll get to ministries. Because we're there around 12:1. We move, we get to ministries, we address the people, we disperse them. That was a compromise. No Jubilee House, no nighttime demonstration. The police said, no way. They are under orders from above not to allow us to use any other route, whether compromise or except their route. We said, we can give you 15 to 30 minutes, consult and get back to us. The tension here is too much. They said no. In front of us, they made some calls and they told us, Sammy, it is difficult. We can't allow you. So I said, okay. So I went and addressed the crowd. And I said, look, this is what the police has told us. We don't want a confrontation, so we won't use our route. We won't even use the compromise route. Because that means we have to use the ring road and they have mounted a blockade. But we will also not use their routes. Because in our opinion, we have filed for a stay of execution. So then we are not going on a procession. We will stay at Obra Sport and address our people. That was all. And Obra Sport is a public space. You had already agreed that we could use that for purposes of convergence. Doc, while we were addressing the crowd, that was when I saw the police pushing some of the crowd, those gathered in front of them with their shells. So they kept on pushing. There was tension. Then they threw a tear gas into the crowd. But I was even going close to go and calm the situation. When they threw the tear gas, there was pandemonium. Everybody was running. Then I saw people throwing stones into the police. I will not sit here and say that no protester threw a stone. That will not be true. But, Doc, it is a fact that the first person who threw that stone was a police officer in Arise Ghana t-shirt. The police can never dispute that. Because the gentleman was arrested by us, handed over to the police, and the police shielded him.
Really?
Yes. And since then, we have gotten pictures of the guy entering the police station at Obra Sport on about 3 occasions having meetings with the police.
Really?
Yes. And we have also gotten confirmation from Bernard Mona, who tells us that when you go to the venue, this gentleman came to him and said he was a police officer, but that he was there to protest against his bosses.
Protest?
Yes.
Protect.
But protest. He was there to join in the demonstration against the government and his bosses. And in fact, yesterday too.
So you have pictures of this guy?
We have pictures of him.
Okay.
I can forward them to you now.
Okay.
And immediately I'm done. When he's speaking, I'll forward them at least that picture to you. Yesterday too, we took pictures of several policemen. Several policemen in mufti, some in Arise Ghana t-shirts, among us who were armed. So yes, protesters threw stones after that provocation, tear gas, rubber bullets and all that. It is true. But the first person who threw the stone was an agent provocateur planted in our midst by the police. So what happened was unfortunate. It was needless. It could have been avoided. Yesterday, we used the airwalk route. We passed in front of Jubilee House. There was no violence. There was no destruction of property. Everything was peaceful. And we told them that we told you that we are peaceful citizens, law-abiding citizens. If you had not allowed NPP politicians to control you and to dictate to you what to do, if you had not destroyed the good faith we started with, if you had been professional, if you had been honest, if you had been loyal to the state rather than loyal to a political party and politicians, you would have avoided these unfortunate clashes. And now they say they will arrest some of us. Well, I have since called them and I've told them that I'm a phone call away. If they want me, if they want to arrest me, they should call me. I will come for them to arrest me, even if they want to handcuff me. Because my conscience is clean. I know that none of us as leaders of Arise Ghana did anything throughout this process to undermine public order or public safety. And no matter where they take this matter to, we will be vindicated at the end of the day.
All right.
Thank you.